Hi, hello. Uh, let's try to brew this one or this one. Uh, Sample bean from our good friends. This one is a Robusta. Honey process from Tabuk. Let's see. So this one is a Robusta honey process from our good friends from Good Beans. And another one we'll try to brew is a Kenya from Midnight Spaces. Special mention Midnight Spaces. Yes. Yun. Try to brew this one. Actually, I don't have any idea of the taste notes of the coffee. We're live on Instagram and Facebook. Hi. Painit lang kong tubig. So, it's already 8:30. Let's brew. This brewing session is a friendly brewing session, part coffee appreciation. We're going to brew the Tabuk on the Tabuk. This one, we're going to brew this in AeroPress. As you can see. Now, unsa may AeroPress? Anong AeroPress? AeroPress is created by an American person or a brewer wherein it gives you that ang claim niya is espresso, or for me it's not, it's just full or thick bodied coffee. So AeroPress comes in 3 parts. So the plunger, mo ni siya, the body, and nasa yung numbers, no? And the mesh, this one money diri ni may butang yung filter, di siya kabutang. And the filter ba ng AeroPress sila gabuhat, although na kay papalit aftermarket na AeroPress filters, pero dili adik na kay mapalit nga AeroPress filter. Gusto na ko ay mapalit na AeroPress filter, pero usually sa aftermarket mas mahal na siya. So mura siya. Sa AeroPress ang ginabuhat na to, there are 2 methods sa AeroPress brewing. So pwede kang mag inverted, so paingana siya, ingana ka mag brew, or the typical na sarado lang mo ni siya, then butang mo ang grounds, then you brew, mauna na siya. That's the typical method of AeroPress. Now in our Tabuk honey, we'll try to brew a 15 grams of the bean and then 150 of the water. That's how I brew my AeroPress. Although again, as what I'm saying sa every brewer na mamit na ko, nasikig pangutana, pila imong ratio sing ani, pila imong brew, paunsa ka mag-brew, paano ka mag-brew. It's simple, no? Look for the brewing method or the brewing ratio that will fit you. Kay at the end of the day, ikaw yung iinom ng kape, di ba? So ikaw mag-inom sa coffee. So every brewer has a different brew method. So lahi-lahi na siya. So inside notes, duwa mi ni Joshua si Joshua lahi siya technique sa ako. So maybe Joshua can produce a good cup on this kind of vessel as compared sa ako. So every brew is different. Mawala na siya. So we'll try to do a 15 gram bean and a 150 water. So on my hand grinder, sa ako ang hand grinder, it's already set to 17 clicks. We're using a Timor chestnut. 17 clicks na siya. For me. Actually, giingon lang po na siya sa ako ang kauban or one of our good friends who's also a coffee enthusiast. Shout out to Kape Padayon. Siguro naga-cold brew pa to siya karon. Naay mga tana regarding scale. Sir, okay ba na magpalit kog scale sa Lazada or sa Shopee? I'll tell you yes. No? Dara pod mi nagsugod. That's where we started. Ang scale na mo na gipalit kay gikan sa Lazada, gyapon. The only difference is the sensitivity. To tell you honestly, this one or this scale is expensive. It's like 2,000 pesos as compared to these scales. This one is our first scale. Mao ni siya ang pinakauna nga scale. This one, kani siya home brewing pa lang may started 2017. So, mao ni yung pinakauna. Naguba na siya, nasira na, pinaayos pa namin ulit. This one is our second scale. All of them are priced at around 400 to 1,000 mark. So, this one is our third scale, which cost me at around 1,000 pesos siguro. So, tanan sila, they can brew coffee the way you like it. Pero, the difference between those kinds of scale is, between to this, is the sensitivity. So, it's an advantage na mas sensitive ang imong scale because you'll have a much more accurate na measurement as compared sa the typical scales that you have. Okay, so wala na. Mabango siya actually. No? You can smell the nuttiness of the bean. So let's remove the scale for a while. The next step before you brew in an AeroPress or any brewer is to preheat your vessel. Aside from that, so thank you sir. Aside from that, isa sa mga gagawin mo is you pre-wet your filter. Okay? To eliminate the papery taste of the coffee. Sometimes, dili na to maiwasan. Especially pag newbie, we don't preheat the filter. Okay? We just want to have a good cup of coffee. Well, you can improve that, no? Pwede pa naman siya i-improve by rinsing the paper filter. Na pinag-iingon, sir, unsa kong comment pag abot sa reusable filter. There's nothing bad about it as long as you can manage to troubleshoot it. For me, I don't usually use reusable filters like this one. Wala ko nagagamit kay ani. First, nga naman kay this is fine. This is a fine mesh, 'di ba? Lisod ni siya limpyuhan. Once ang coffee mag-stuck siya sa mesh and dili nimo siya malimpyuhan og tarong, hindi mo siya malinisan ng maayos. Ang tendency is that pwedeng magbigay ng another flavor or a bad flavor doon sa coffee na ibubrew mo na bago. It will taste rancid, no? Or basta ibang taste niya. Magkakaroon siya ng ibang klaseng taste. And to add up, imbis na masarap yung coffee mo, you'll find a bad taste note about it, about the coffee that you have already or you're brewing. So, dili siya, for me, if you can manage to brew with this, then it's okay. I have nothing against reusable filters, but I prefer, and it's a matter of preference, no? For me, I prefer to use paper filters rather than reusable filters. Yun lang. So if you can brew with a paper filter, much better. Yan. Thank you. So I'll do an inverted method because this works best for me. Okay? So we need the scale pa rin. So may magsabi, sir, anong difference ng aroma sa fragrance? Aroma is your, if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, my mentor's watching me right now. Sir, aroma is wet, tama? And the fragrance is the dry. Okay? Comment, sir, comment. Alright. So it's important to tear. So 0-0 yun siya. Every time. We'll drop our beans. And even the grounds. Yes, tama. So pag sinabi mong aroma, that's your wet. No? Pag nabasa siya and it releases, nagkakaroon ng degassing, that's your aroma. And the fragrance is your dry smell, or yung smell ng coffee kapag wala pa siyang water at all. So it's there whenever you're roasting, no? This one is also taught by our mentor. Pag nag-roast ng coffee, there is this carbon dioxide trap doon sa bean. So whenever you crack the bean by grinding, it releases a carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide trap, mauna siya ang imuhang malanghap nga fragrance during grinding or whenever you smell it on the purge valve sa bag. So mauna siya ang fragrance nga tawag. Aroma on the other hand is the one you smell pag na infuse na ang coffee with water, no? So that's how you smell, how you determine the aroma of the coffee. You infuse it with water. So let's infuse this with 150 milligrams of water and brew this for 2 minutes. And once we brew this for 2 minutes, we rest for 30 seconds. So after 30 seconds, then we press the plunger, no? Ipugaon na to siya. The reason for that is first the 2 minutes will be my bloom and the 30 minutes will be for me this is my own technique. So my 2 minutes will be the bloom and sorry. Init kayo. The 2 minutes will be my bloom and extraction, and the 30 seconds will be the rest. So the brew time for this is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So it's 153 grams of water infused sa tong bean. So we can stir this one up, then start the timer. So any questions with regards sa brewing, or anyone who wants to open up a topic, feel free to comment. We'll be here to answer. Sakit. Paso ako. Other brewers, no, they tend to have a reaction pagdating sa pag-brew na merong gap. This one, as you can see, this one, that yan. The gap there is manageable naman. Nganong napasok ko. Bago ang akong gusnek, bakal day siya. So wala ko naka sa tawagan ni nakasagang na init di ay kayong tubig. So if you're trying to brew, I suggest you brew in a higher temp water. Like in side notes, we use 200 degrees water, and in Celsius that's about 95-96 degrees Celsius. So it's just okay, it's just fine. We're at the 1 minute 35 second mark and counting. Sa pa ba? May ibang tao na ayaw mag-brew ng inverted. Why? Because there's a pressure built up pag iter na mugod siya nimo. That pressure can lead to matanggal ang plunger. Pwede siya magbuto. I guess it's manageable pag gunitan nimo ang AeroPress in both ways, the body and the plunger, para dili siya magbuto, or para di siya pumutok. Yun lang yun. So it's 2 minutes 30. So I'll turn off the timer and the weighing scale and let's start pressing. Sa pag-press tapod sa AeroPress, dili siya kailangan nga forceful siya, kay magkaroon ka og fissures. When we say fissures, when we say fissures man good, mura na siya og kanang magkakog whiteboard, kadali lang ha. tong whiteboard as background. Although tapos pa-cool down lang na tong coffee. So ingani na siya. If you press too much, kunwari mao ni ang pack. Pasensya sa akong drawing skills. Alright? Kung mao ni siya ang pack, tapos kusog kay imuhang ang imuhang pag-press sa aeropress, ang tendency mong gudana, diri na mangagi sa gilid. Diri na siya mangagi sa gilid ang coffee. So ang imuhang extraction dili na siya proper. So either mahimo siyang weak-bodied na coffee kay ang water dili na siya mag-flow dito sa coffee bed. So kung mauni siya ang pack, naa na sa gilid naga-flow ang water, dili na diri. 'Di ba? So sa pag-press dito, dapat gentle lang. Kay ang tubig musunod ra na siya sa flow sa imuhang gibuhat nga coffee bed. So pag nag-brew ka gamit ang AeroPress, gentle lang gina siya. Kay dili na to gusto nga magawa sa gilid ang coffee. Oftentimes makita na ko na siya kung nagadali mi og brew sa side notes, especially kung daghan mi og client nagahulat and or too fine ang grind size na makuha namo sa grinder. So mauna siya ang problem pag abot sa AeroPress. However, that's manageable. Pwede siya ma-reverse, no? Hi anak, nag-live pa. So cut to siya. So try na to ni siya, Tabuk honey. If you want to taste the coffee, our advice is to taste the coffee in a slurping manner. When we say slurping, for example, mo ni mong dila. So when you slurp, you do it like this. Lisod siya explain actually dali, pero in essence dali lang siya. Mura kag gihigop og sabaw, pero in a fast and thinner motion. Musa yana. And as you can see, naghawa ko sa frame. Ginadupla na ko ang coffee. Kaya ginadupla na ko ang coffee kay we don't want to drink too much when tasting kay pwede ka mahubog. Yes. Yes, pwede ka mahubog, no? That's one of the things that we've learned through experience, and at the same time na tutunan namin through our mentors. So to siya. This one, since it's brewed via AeroPress, it has a medium body to full body. There is minimal acidity. There is a prominent brown sugar or molasses or toffee na taste note. It's nice. It's nice. It's really nice. I tell you, it's really nice. Our good friends from Good Beans PH, if you are familiar with Mr. Mike Interia, he's the one who roasts their beans. No, whenever they send samples, we always ask, who's the farmer, who's the roaster? Because whenever we present the bean to our clients sa side notes, we always want to highlight not just the coffee, but who's the person behind it. So, the roaster and the farmer. Minsan, hindi alam ni trader kung sino si roaster. So, we give credit to the cooperative. Yun lang. So, how about we brew another one? The Kenya from Midnight Spaces, who's watching us right now at Instagram. Hi, sir. Good evening. So, at Side Notes Coffee, we want to highlight Filipino coffee. Pero we don't want to seclude ourselves in the Philippines lang. Of course, we want to taste other countries' coffee, no? Because sa ilaha makatuon pud ta og other processes. Hi sir, good evening. Yes. Thank you for the bean in exchange for my bean. Yes, the cinnamon process. We'll brew it on some other time. No, we'll try to brew it on some other time. This one goes to my wife. So we'll brew the Kenya in a V60, which is, I think, or in a cone filter, which I think Sir Midnight Spaces or Sir Ethan usually do his brewing in cone-shaped filters. So again, let's try a Kenya bean from Midnight Spaces. And we're back. Yun, painit muna tayo ng tubig. Painit muna tayo ng tubig kasi wala akong tubig. Malayo ang percolate. Hello, Miss Hot Mama Reina. And Sir Avel, hello po. Good evening. Yan. Oo, Sir Ronald, magpatilaw ta og cinnamon process together with Sir Eloy. Yeah. So we hope that what's for today? Madami ma'am, actually this is the second brew of the day. Daghan ta paabutay nga beans, and usually it's all Filipino local beans gyapon. We're lucky to have some of the anaerobics from the Dobria Farms and Mount Apo. We are also lucky to have a mentor who's really much in connection with the Dobrias. We hope also na makarating din sa atin yung another bean from Batamafa. No? I think they're going to send samples and I hope na makarating siya. Yun. Let's try to brew another one, the Kenya. This time, we're going to do it on a 15 gram ratio. So, busin natin lahat. I think this one is a natural process bean. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. Pura siyang naturals. No? It's 15.2 the yield. Wow. 15.2. I'm already sensing some citrus notes to it, but I can't determine kung unsa siya. I have to refer to a flavor wheel before na ko siya i-divulge. Murag wait, I'll prepare the water muna. Okay. The filter, and the V60. Alright. Okay, so this one is the same with the first, with our first grinder, no? This one is also a Timor C2. It has already been set to 17 clicks. Let's put it there. Now again, for paper filters, dapat we preheat the as we preheat the vessel and the server. Guys, magkaiba to ha. Vessel, server. So dili siya vessel, isa na siya. Dili. Two parts na siya. So the vessel and the server. Okay. So, pre-wet the paper filter kay we don't want the papery taste sa coffee. So we want to eliminate that one. At the same time, it also hits your server. So it hits the vessel and it hits the server. Heats the server. Turn on the weighing scale. Tada! Ano siya? So a V60 for me is kind of a light brewing method. Because the marriage of the coffee and the water is ano lang, more transient. Dali lang siya. Unlike other brewing methods like Kalita and Milita, it soaks up the water. It soaks up the coffee. Kumbaga, there is a dugay nga brewing time sa Kalita and sa Milita. In V60, as you can see, dako siya buslot. Malaki ang butas niya. Yan. So, pag since malaki ang kanyang butas, mas madali yung drop ng water. Drop is what we call kapag pababa yung water sa server from the vessel. So that's the drop. Okay? Nice. So it's now exactly 15 grams. 15 grams. So our brew is going to be 15 grams coffee. It's going to be a 1 to 15 ratio. So I'll be adding 225 grams of water. People will ask you as a brewer, Sir, pag nag-pour ka ng tubig, ilang grams? I just give you the ratio 1:15. Ganito yan. There's a reason for that. Ako kasi, I have tried several techniques pagdating sa brewing. And I believe every brewer has their own technique. So, I want you to find your own technique. That's why I'm just giving you the ratio. If you want to ask me, I'll tell you, 45 water, 45 seconds, then another 45, or if for me, I complete 100, and then another 100, and then the last pour will be the 25 grams. Pero usually, I go beyond it. 25, 35, or 40 grams. Why? Because the coffee absorbs water, diba? So, your total yield will not be exactly 225 grams. So, for me, nagpapasobra ako ng either 10 grams, 15 grams ng water. Because the coffee itself absorbs water na. So, mao na siya akong reason. And, it tastes a bit cleaner if ato ang ako ang ginabuhat. Usually man good if isagad na ko siya 225, it's a bit of a full-bodied, medium to full-bodied, full to thick-bodied na siya. No? Which is, I don't like. Dili na ko ma-appreciate kayong coffee pag abot sa ingato. Although, sorry for the term, I like it, but I don't love 30. Our bloom is 45, and we're going to wait for 45 seconds. So 45 seconds, that was siya bloom. It smells so floral. Hindi siya so floral, pero nasa floral. 45, let's wait for 45. Then after this one is 45 grams. Then after that we'll pour another. We'll complete 100. Okay, that's 106. Then we'll wait for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Nasa familiar na fruit, pero I'm not sure, but it's really good. It's 203 grams. Then we'll wait for 2 minutes and 20 seconds for the next pour. And the 2 minutes and 20 seconds will be the last pour. I call this step the finishing. In my brewing method, what I do is just the same brewing method sa uban. So, na sila bloom, na sila primary extraction, secondary extraction, and I don't know what they call sa last part. Pero for me, what I call it is the finishing. The finishing. No, so if basta the finishing na siya. $40. 240. Yes sir, Ethan. Thank you po. Thank you for the bean also. Thank you. So the total brew time is around 3 minutes. Of course, again, lahi-lahi nga brewer, lahi-lahi na sila og technique. So my technique will not be the same as with other brewers out there, no. Still, pati ang time, lahi-lahi po na siya. So I guess it's a matter of preference. Again, preference na siya. And if you're a brewer, I suggest you create your own identity. You create your own way of brewing, your method, whatever you call it. Mao na siya. You create your own. The reason is that whenever you create your own kind of brewing method, it's yours, it's unique. So whenever you see other brewers out there like Tetsu Katsuya, or let's say found this coffee shop, Kanto Cafe, Davao, Frog Cafe, Purge, they all have different brewing methods. Also, they also do refer to other brewers as reference. So always think of your brewers, or your mentor brewers, or your inspirational brewers as inspiration lang. So do not copy their brewing method. You can copy it for yourself, but for me, it's quite kasi, kumbaga, why can't you have your own? Ganun lang. It's how you do it. Mr. Pompadour, sir, good evening po. I know you're a brewer from, I think, Iloilo. Your presence is highly acknowledged. Pagpasensyahan po ha. I'll use a cupping spoon for this one. Natural process, sir. Sir Ethan of Midnight Spaces. Sir, if you're watching, is this natural process? There's this brown sugar, caramel. The acidity is citric. It's a citric acidity. Lami siya, actually. I can't say that it's complex. Washed. Sorry sir, if you know the details of the roasting, pila ka minutes ang DTR or the development time ratio? There is a hint of a citrus fruit that I cannot determine what. Sir Francis Fredeluces is on the house of Green Tropics. Sir, I think it's medium roast. Kay kung light roast ni this won't dili siya yung ani ka I think flavorful. Dili siya yung ani ka dili yung ani yung body kung light siya. Sir Francis, nahatagan lang ko og sampler. Sampler lang, nag-swap lang mig bean. I have a cinnamon process from Midnight Spaces, courtesy of Sir Ethan Jeremy, because I was curious about the cinnamon process. Full body, medium to full, sir. Ronald, medium to full. Wait. Sir Francis, it's nice. Masarap siya inumin. If you'll ask me for a rating, it's going to be there's no perfect sakwa. To tell you honestly, I will give this coffee around 8 over 10. 8 over 10 because I don't believe in perfect. Sorry. Pero 8 over 10, that's how I will rate it. 8 over 10. It's really nice, no? It's good that we somehow taste other countries' coffee, because it gives us the idea of how to improve our coffee industry in the Philippines. That's it. That's the reason why I somehow order coffee from other roasters or other coffee enthusiasts who's buying or doing a group buy from other roasters who have beans from other country. Mao na siya ang reason. Because if we can adapt the process in the Philippines and give knowledge to our coffee farmers, might as well. Baka pagdating ng panahon, we'll have a better coffee community, a better coffee industry in the Philippines, diba? That's just it. The story of this one, gikan diri, actually. I was given 15 grams of Kenya in exchange for a 15 grams of a cinnamon process of crema and crema. Yes, cinnamon process. Imagine, I was just shocked that is cinnamon process, and how is cinnamon process done. And I've been drinking the cinnamon process for quite some time now, and yes, there is really cinnamon. There's no question about that. But paano siya na-process? That's the question. Well, I don't know. I still have to research. And at the same time, whenever I drink, I have tried the cinnamon process on AeroPress V60. I haven't tried it on Kalita yet. I will sure try it. Actually, there is really a cinnamon, a hint. And in some vessels, there is really cinnamon. Either dominant or just a hint. And I just find it more kanang interesting siya. Maybe sa sunod lahi na po ang process. How about we brew tomorrow? Carbonic maceration. That one we cupped just last week, I think. It has a guyabano na taste note. Ganung feeling. There's that kind of feeling. We'll schedule it tomorrow. We're going to do a live tomorrow. Since hindi naman kami pwedeng lumabas as Side Notes Coffee, we'll try to brew and do a live brewing session. Also, for you to know more about coffee and for us to give you an input about coffee. Yun lang. So, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you stay with us and you continue to watch our live videos and more coffees to come. Yun. Thank you so much for all those who watched, and bye-bye. Thank you.